Hello and welcome to the Capricorn New Moon New Year activation and release. Well, what an amazing completion to 2016, this astrology that's happening right now. It's really preparing us for the new energy of 2017. So the main thing that's happening right now is that Jupiter is exactly opposite Uranus. And so this is making a T square with Pluto, activating that Pluto-Uranus square. And this is in cardinal signs, so it's all about a new beginning and starting something new, starting in a new direction. So really great energy for 2017. Now we've had this cardinal square for the last 3 or 4 years, but this last year has really been more mutable energy with that Saturn square Neptune and the nodes in Virgo and Pisces. And so 2016, being the year of the monkey, has been about this year of mutability, this this time of trying to adjust to the world, to these changes that are happening. This humanity is being called to activate into the mutability, to the adaptability that they inherently, which have inside of them, programmed to be able to spiritually evolve. And that's what's happening right now. So we're really feeling this with Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, expansion planet, wants to grow. It's also about money and luck. It's about expansion. This is what our universe is doing. The whole universe is expanding. So Jupiter is kind of on the cutting edge of where we want to go. So Jupiter is exactly opposite Uranus, which is also the future. So Jupiter's saying, hey, you guys, come on, let's take into account the future. We have been so deeply embedded in the past and everything that needs to happen there as far as cleaning up our messes, and we're definitely still in that with this Saturn square Chiron that's happening right now as well. The wounded healer and Saturn, the taskmaster, let's get to work with this. So we're really getting down to the nitty gritty of what it is we need to change within ourselves and collectively in order to create the changes and to move into this new age, this Aquarian age. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So it's got this energy of the future. Jupiter's expanding. How do we grow? How do we move forward? So when Jupiter and Uranus come into aspect, even if it's a square or an opposition like it is now, it's kind of that tension between them. But Jupiter and Uranus kind of like each other a lot. When Jupiter and Uranus come together in any kind of aspect, there's a lot of synchronicity, unexpected luck, and insights and innovation that come forward. So as much as there's an intensity going on right now with that Saturn square Chiron, it's also this massively huge opportunity to actually kind of jump timelines, to kind of jump into your most amazing future, jump into your role in the Aquarian age and what your life is going to be like. So that's going to be the focus of this activation tonight, because as we move into 2017, there's just really new and different energies. And the stars are lining up and telling us this exactly right now. So the moon and the sun are together at almost 8 degrees Capricorn. That's why this activation I chose for 8 p.m. tonight, even though the actual new moon isn't until about midnight Mountain Standard Time tonight. Here we are at this 8 energy, this 8 degree, as the sun and the moon and Mercury come together in Capricorn. 8 is a number of magic, of creation, of infinity. And so we're tapping into some possibilities. This is a really great opportunity to kind of hone in and figure out what your New Year's resolutions, your visions for 2017, getting to the core truth of who you are and allowing your timeline, getting a reset of what you really want and your alignment with these 2017 energies, and allow you to jump into that most optimal timeline for you. And when you do that for yourself, you're allowing that for your family, your collective soul group, and for the collective consciousness in general. Now we're having a lot of this collective consciousness energy come up because it's really crazy, but Mars comes into conjunction, exact conjunction with Neptune, And Mars is such a fast moving planet. It's just on one day that that happens. And this happens on January 1st, 2017. So in just a couple of days here, we are having this Mars catching up to Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, home in Pisces, which Pisces represents this past age. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. And so with Chiron in Pisces too, and squaring up with Saturn, our taskmaster, duty, karma planet, we're kind of being like, oh, the wounds of the past. Now, Mars in Pisces is talking about this collective energy. So it's the wounds of our collective, the collective wounds of our past. And haven't we all been playing those out through our ancestral identity? Each year you can feel, or each generation, the diseases of our ancestors get worse and worse and worse. And so here we are, just kind of, we've been playing out the karma of our ancestors, the trauma, the starvation, the war, the nuclear war, the genocide. And this time right now is about taking off all of those stories. That's the Saturn square Chiron, and saying, we want to get to the gifts underneath this. And it's a really interesting thing, because a lot of times we're coming into this place within our personal lives and the collective of being able to come out of victim and see ourselves as part of a greater whole. And the most powerful thing we can do right now is to find deep within ourselves the love and forgiveness and thankfulness, gratitude for whatever has gotten us to where we are right now. And so that's going to be part of the activation tonight too. Just tapping into the excitement of this energy that's being stimulated by Jupiter opposite Uranus, and that's going to kind of go on throughout this year. And but right now, they're for 1 week right now, they're exactly opposite each other. And so it's kind of like, where's the magic in this? Okay, yeah, we've been really freaking going through it here for about 2,000 years, but where's the magic in this? What's this about? What's a bigger picture? Jupiter wants us to see beyond what we can already see, and Uranus wants us to move to the future beyond what we could conceive. So together, these planets are kind of like, whoa, entertain magic. So that's what this new year into 2017 is really about, is entertaining the magic, remembering that we've gone through some shit, and that shit's been coming up for us. This fall has been very traumatic for most Americans. But what's the bigger picture here? What's the bigger lessons in all that we've gone through? And wow, that it's brought us to this place. And as much as negative as it has been, it's still a powerful force in our evolution. And that was kind of what 2016 was about. You're the monkey in all those mutable squares. It was like, no, yeah, time to shift, time to adjust, time to move, time to let go of anything you thought the way it was. Now we're back to some cardinal energy right now. And a big part of this, is this Jupiter is making this T-square with Pluto and Uranus, these generational change makers. This has been going on for 4 or 5 years. But Jupiter coming into the mix in such a powerful way in Libra. So it's our relationships is where we grow and where we expand. Now, isn't this interesting with the sun and the moon in Capricorn? Right there with Mercury the messenger. And Mercury the messenger is in retrograde right now. So whenever Mercury is in retrograde, that means one, it's close to the Earth, meaning we're feeling the energy of Mercury a lot. And Mercury is the messenger, also the trickster. It's saying, hey, what's real, what's true, I need some more information. And that's so true right now, because Mercury came 1 degree away from Pluto in Capricorn, this generational change maker. Pluto is death and rebirth, breaking down and dissolving to build something else. That's in the sign of Capricorn, our structures, where the sun and the moon and Mercury are right now. So the sun, the moon, and Mercury, and then Pluto, all in Capricorn. Now Capricorn is our structures. Saturn rules Capricorn. It's our way of doing things. It's our rules. It's our authority. And Pluto is the planet of power. So Pluto in Capricorn, this crazy experience we're in right now. And it's really interesting because Pluto is just moved to 16 degrees, kind of getting to the second part of Capricorn. The first part maybe being like the breakdown, that's the death. Now it's time to rebuild new authoritarian structures that are going to serve us better in our new identity of who we really are. That's that Uranus and Aries, our new spiritual identity. Guess what? Our authoritarian structures that are going to serve us best are within. And isn't the most potent and powerful place that we've played out these authoritarian issues in our life, in our relationships? I can't tell you how many people I know right now who are working through power and control issues through relationship, authority issues through relationship, because that's where we give our authority away. And so many of us have equated love, because that was the definition that was taught to us or brought to us, with authoritarian control, meaning unconditional love or conditional love, that you have to perform a certain way or be a certain way, that God will love you enough and give you what you need. And so this has been all messed up. This is this Piscean age of distortion around authority, using our collective consciousness to follow blindly structures that aren't really serving the truth of who we really are as individuals, leading to control and manipulation of the masses. And how many people have experienced just exactly that type of manipulation and control, either on one side or the other, or switching backsides in their interpersonal relationships? So it's our interpersonal relationships where we start to stand up to these power games and authoritarian regimes and weird ideas about what love is. And so a lot of people are sorting through these things right now, and it's really potent time to be able to jump out of these patterns that have been embedded genetically into us so deeply, and jump timelines into a whole new reality, a whole new way of being, a whole new basis of what's true and real. So the other cool thing that's happening right now is that Saturn, even though it's making that hard square to Chiron, which is kind of cool in a way because we've got so many intense Chiron aspects in all these mutable crosses that have been going on in this last 2016. But now Saturn is kind of the make it real. It's like, yeah, face reality, but make it real. And what's underneath the wounds, Chiron, is the wounded healer, but where Chiron is where it lies in your chart, underneath that is also where your most potent gifts are, where you want to serve humanity, has to do with your deepest wounds. And so Saturn is saying, hey, you guys, come on, enough victim, right? Like, let's do something with this. Like, why did you go through all this? Just to wallow in your own misery? Or did you go through this so that you can find the hope that exists within us, within each of us, the universe, the sun, the light, the Christ, all of that is within each of us in order to help other people. So there's a massive activation of certain soul groups going on right now, shifting out of these difficult times and saying, hey, you know what? I got my lesson there. I'm ready to use it in the world. Now, really harmonizing all of this is Saturn, as much as it's squaring Chiron, being like, whoa, make your wounds real, meaning if you don't understand them yet, they're going to be really clear. And so all of our core stuff has been coming up this whole fall. But we also have Saturn squaring or trining Uranus. So a triangle is a harmonious aspect. And so this exact aspect is going on right now where Saturn, that reality planet, is actually making a very harmonious energy with Uranus. Uranus, the awakener, the revolutionary, the lightning fast change, the unexpected, which is across from Jupiter, bringing the expansion. So we're expanding in our relationships, the unexpected and the revolution, in order to make real our gifts in this world, our gifts that are hidden under our wounds. So what we're going to do today in the activation is tap into all of this powerful energy of the new, tap into the collective energy, being able to say, hey, you guys, Mars in Pisces on the 1st of 2017, the first day of 2017 is like a motorboat in the muck of this collective consciousness mess we've been in, where it's like we have to live out these patterns and pain that have gone on for generations. And Mars is saying, hey, let's get some energy going here. Let's come out of the muck. And then this powerful Jupiter opposite Uranus, Saturn trine Uranus, and also that Saturn square Chiron, saying, how about we get out of victim and make the most, see the bigger picture of what's really been going on here. So in the activation tonight, we're going to tap in to this energy of unexpected possibilities, unexpected growth in the area of relationships, but in a relationship with ourselves, in our relationship to source. Because what this, all of this astrology, if you put it together in one picture, is saying, hey, you guys, you might have bought into religious control and domination, and oil rules the world, and pharmaceuticals rule the world. But guess what? You are source energy, and science has proven, our actual science is catching up to religion. Finally, quantum physics has already shown that the whole universe is within us. Now, so if we've got to catch up with this, because if the whole universe is within us, then that source energy, that connection to everything we need is right there. And so where in that paradigm does it make any sense at all for us to go find some false god that wants to punish us and say whether we're good enough to get what we need? And everything we need is within us. Now, when we use this activation of the collective consciousness around power and authority, as well as unexpected growth in relationships and understanding, with that Mercury retrograde and coming together with the sun and the moon, it's like, finally, this stuff is all making sense. So we're going to use all this energy together to tap into that truth that everything we need is within us. Tap into the collective consciousness and shift that's trying to happen there, as well as taking all this energy together and using it to get onto the most appropriate timeline, to literally take this Jupiter opposite Uranus energy and just jump 2017 and just jump out of these conditioning that we've grown up in, that collective consciousness, that Pisces, and Mars is coming in being like, come on, you guys, haven't we done this long enough? And Saturn square Chiron is saying, yeah, these wounds are getting old. Let's do something with this. Let's find the gift of it. Okay, so the thing about right now in this time that we're in is that the path forward is when you are able to see the gift of it. And that's a great energy for this time of year in these 12 holy nights, just after Christmas and until Epiphany in the new year. Now that's really powerful, because what happens is that Saturn is squared Chiron right up into Epiphany, which is January 6th, the 12 holy nights after Christmas. And also, that is when the sun hits Pluto. So right now together, the sun is together with the moon and Mercury in Capricorn at 8 degrees. And Pluto is later at 16 degrees. So the sun catches up with Pluto on January 7th. And that's exactly when the Saturn square Chiron exact is over. So it's kind of like we're in this just really potent time right now. We want to take advantage of that in the activation and understand that we are literally breaking through to a whole new reality as of 2017. Now, with the Mercury retrograde, it comes out of retrograde on January 8th, but it doesn't come out of its shadow of retrograde, meaning it gets back to where it started until January 28th. Now, that's right when the new moon is, and also Chinese New Year, the year of the fire rooster. So there's a huge shift of energy going from the monkey to the rooster. And so this January is a real recapitulation period of time. And I hope you'll consider taking advantage of my January reading special. What a great opportunity to get on board with these energies with your own intuitive healing session. And I've just updated my information on that, and that's at adrianellis.com/intuitive-healing-sessions. You can find that link below. And I hope you'll take advantage of the 25% off January special and get on track with who you really are. So on that note, let's go ahead and get into this activation and take advantage of these powerful energies. So go ahead and arrive in your space in this moment in time. We're just a few hours away from the exact new moon, so we're tapping into this energy. There is a convergence happening in the stars. Astrologers are overwhelmed right now with everything there is to talk about that's happening. And so it's really potent to be able to take advantage of these times. So just allow yourself to come here, present in this now moment. Just taking a few deep breaths. Letting yourself arrive. Capricorn is an earth energy, feminine energy. Capricorn is the mountain goat. It's about the steady climb up the hill. It's about building something real that can make it through the years. Now, Pluto and Capricorn saying, yeah, go ahead and build something. We're going to keep breaking it down until it resonates with who you really want to be, who you really are. And so we're having a lot of this kind of diametrically opposed energy of like being the sign of structures. There's a comfort in that, in this authority, in this we know it's real, we know it's true. And Pluto's saying, no, not real, not true, just break it all down, just start over, right? And so here we are, blink of 2017, getting ready to start over as the sun and the moon and Mercury are coming together right now in Capricorn. Just taking a few deep breaths, feeling yourself alive in this moment. So part of energy of Holy Nights in between Christmas night and Epiphany on January 6th, is this time in between the old year and the new year, as we're adjusting and we're recapitulating. And so it's just such a potent time to take the opportunity to release the past and prepare for the future. And with this astrology right now, it's really about, hey, what if I let all this go? And where will my next step take me? Leaps away from where I can even imagine with that Jupiter opposite Uranus. So go ahead and just take a few deep breaths, arriving in this moment, in this space, feeling the base of your spine, growing roots deep into the earth. Feel that Capricorn earth energy, female earth, powerful mountain. Just taking a few deep breaths, feeling your spine elongate and lengthen and connecting into resonance, parallel resonance with the axis of the earth, reaching up to the North Star through your crown. and roots deep down into the earth, and feel yourself as a pillar between heaven and earth. And just breathing from above and below, through your crown and through your root into your heart. Imagine these energies of mother and father swirling together. And just feel yourself enter the portal of the heart, moving into that swirl. Just jumping onto that toroidal field, moving into the center. The center of you is the same as the center of the earth. And just feel your electromagnetic field come into resonance with Mother Earth frequency. This is heart frequency resonance. And when you are in this energy, you affect the people around you, automatically inviting them to come into heart frequency resonance, into peace, into well-being. Just feel like a wave, that sense of peace and well-being ripple out around you to your whole neighborhood. And imagine that it's like a spiral, spiraling out, geometric patterns, whatever seems fit, moving through your community, through your neighborhood. Fiber optic cables looking for all of the other souls that are paying attention to this new moon. They're paying attention to the changes on the planet. They are paying attention to the awakening within them. Just take a few deep breaths and begin to breathe with Mother Earth. As you breathe into this grid and breathe with the other souls in your soul group also awakening with you, creating a grid of light around the planet. As this beautiful geometry grows and expands with each breath, connecting all through the neighborhood, through your city and state, country, and the whole collective. Never again in doubt over how powerful it is as we come together, validating on a cellular level. Go ahead and receive an energy wave to completely reset your vibration on a cellular level with the truth that everything is within you. Therefore, there's no need for any outside authority. And within you, you can find connection to all, connection to source, everything you need. Just taking a few deep breaths as you see the earth surrounded in this grid of light that you are a part of right here, right now, the Christ consciousness grid. You're incarnating the light into the planet, bringing together the God self and the earth goddess self, the sun and the earth in our own hearts. And just taking a few deep breaths, imagining each breath coming in from above and below and turning the wheel of your heart, activating your heart chakra in both your fourth dimensional and third dimensional heart, inviting them with the 8 infinity number of today, of this this new moon, creating a figure 8 between third dimensional heart and your fourth dimensional heart, mirrored on the other side of your body. Your heart chakra at the center point in between, and just breathe into this figure 8 and see also a figure 8 the other way. From your upper heart chakra at the chest into your secret chakra at the diaphragm, and that figure 8 at the center is also your lower heart chakra in between the actual physical heart and your fourth dimensional heart on the other side of your body. And just take a few deep breaths and imagine that these figure 8s, they start to turn like a propeller. And they start to spin, they're spinning so fast that you can't even tell if anything is there. And just feel this lightness of being, this connection to source and all that is, knowing that you are your own authority. If nobody has anything you need, then nobody has any power over you ever again. And just breathe deeply into that truth, receiving an energy wave for a full body, every cell reset into that vibrational energy. And just imagining all your future timelines aligning with this energy. Wherever you're heading towards this feeling of wholeness, of unity with source and creation, and being your own autonomous authority. And just feel yourself leap into the future, into that most appropriate timeline, now that you can feel that resonance. And imagine you're gradually landing, coming down to Earth, just like Saturn bringing in this energy of reality. Saturn in Sagittarius is about bringing in our conscious seeking, our cosmic seeking into reality. And what we find is that, hey, we're much more than everyone has told us that we are. Because you have every star, every constellation, every force accessible within you. So just take a big deep breath, deep breaths, just sending out through an energy wave this knowledge, this truth, this connection to this whole grid of everyone paying attention in your soul group and associated soul groups, creating this Christ consciousness grid, paying attention with deep gratitude, love, and forgiveness on this new moon in Capricorn. We have chosen to have oppressive authority in order to come into our own spiritual authority and go ahead and receive that energetic reset. And just taking a few deep breaths, beginning to complete your journey. As you're ready, just taking your time, staying in this energy of still point, using this journey to visualize, envision, and enjoy the feeling of what your life looks like as you step into the future with this new energy. Any images or information that may want to come to you from your highest guidance, go ahead and receive any gifts. Open the package. Any images, colors, energies, understandings, insights. Use this time to see into your future why it is you've gone through all of these lifetimes of trauma. For right here, right now, this shift that's happening on planet Earth that you are a most important part of. Just take a few deep breaths. Feel yourself gently and slowly coming back into your everyday awareness as you're ready, as you can allow. Bringing with you this peace, this still point, this deep, deep knowing within you that nobody and nothing has any power over you ever again. Because your power comes from Source, and you yourself are that. And what does your life look like moving from that place? Just taking a few deep breaths. You should come into your everyday awareness, bringing with you this peace, this still point, this connection to your soul group, Christ consciousness grid, awakening on this planet as we move into very new energies 2017. Just gradually making your way into your body, into your room, into your everyday awareness. Just gradually noticing your body, your sensations, your fingers, wiggling your fingers and toes, feeling yourself alive in this now moment in your room. And go ahead when you're ready, come out of meditation. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. What a powerful energy in this magical time between the old year and the new year, between the old paradigm and the new paradigm, between the old age and the new age, for us to just stop for a minute and get perspective on what's really going on. But there's a lot going on, so go easy on yourself. Make sure that you take this quiet time in order to take care of yourself and give yourself what you need in order to be the light, to be this connection, to hold this knowledge that there's way, 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 way more to this full picture than we've ever been allowed to entertain. And you are that. So thank you so much for playing your role and being who you are in this most important shift on the planet. Thank you for joining me for this journey. I hope you'll take advantage of my January reading special. Get on track with your life and who you really are and what you really want with an intuitive healing session for 25% off. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to next time on Adrienne Williams. Namaste.